So with the brilliant and hilarious introduction of the Justice League at the end of the Peacemaker first season, surely we're going to be seeing a lot more of the DCEU characters in the second season of Peacemaker. What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a brilliant day. So with the recent cancellations of some of the DCCW shows, most noticeably Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow, with rumours of The Flash and Superman and Lois going to be next on the chopping block, I want to look at another TV series, this time from the DCEU HBO Max world, which is Peacemaker, and explore what could happen in season 2. But before that, let's look at season 1. And I thought season 1 was absolutely wicked. When it first started off, I was a little bit unsure about this series, but as it was progressing, I thought, gosh, this is such a brilliant show and exactly what you would imagine a James Gunn superhero TV show to be like. Very over the top, very exaggerated, and by the end of the Suicide Squad movie, you're really hating the Peacemaker character, especially what he did so heartlessly to Rick Flag. But actually, this series did a really good job in terms of doing his redemption arc, whilst also exploring some really serious issues like racism, and had another alien invasion, which is very typical for James Gunn. And we have to talk about that absolutely incredible opening sequence, which just captures the show so brilliantly in terms of all of its silliness, its over-the-topness, and its true larger-than-life aspects as well. And I feel like it really does capture what you're then going to be watching in this show, and really does demonstrate that it's going to be a very different type of experience to what you're used to with other type of superhero TV shows. So let's look at the first thing that could happen in the second season, which is going to be a bit of a love triangle taking place between Chris Smith, Adrian Chase, and Emilia, as we've seen both Adrian and Chris both really like the Emilia character. So it's going to be interesting, A, to see who she's going to choose, and also the impact that this is going to have on the friendship between Vigilante and Peacemaker, as their friendship sequences were absolute TV gold. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen when a girl comes in between these two characters. I just feel like it's going to really take their friendship to a whole other level. Next up, I feel like we're also going to be seeing another alien invasion. We've seen one in the Suicide Squad. We've also seen one, obviously, most recently in the first season of Peacemaker. And it's kind of become a bit of a formula for James Gunn. So I'm sure in the second season, we'll be seeing another alien invasion, that the Peacemaker character is going to have a very bloody experience to try and save the day and to try to stop all of these aliens. Next up, I feel like we're going to really see the fallout of Viola being exposed. All of the Task Force X aspects of what she was doing in the Suicide Squad, So what's going to happen now that everybody knows the truth about Amanda Waller? I'm sure that we're going to be seeing this taking place in the second season, especially what this is going to mean for her daughter and the relationship that she has. And maybe this is going to lead to the daughter running towards Peacemaker for support and for safety as well. And also, maybe the members of Task Force X will also be freed as well. So maybe Deadshot, Harley Quinn, all of these prisoners will now be free after all of the barbaric stuff that Amanda Waller was putting them all through. And I just can't wait to see Viola Davis reprising this role, as she is just so brilliant in this role. Next up, I feel like we're also going to be seeing a lot more haunting taking place from Chris Smith's father. He was such an awful person, but at the end of the first season, you really could see that Peacemaker and Chris Smith is getting really haunted by this character. And James Gunn has gone to say that all of the things that were happening at the end of the final episode are going to be taking place in the second season. So I'm sure the parental father figure of Chris Smith is definitely going to be looming over him in the second season. And speaking of the second season and James Gunn, he is going to be writing and directing all 8 of the episodes in the second season. So I literally can't wait to see all of the true vision of James Gunn taking place in the second season. As the father was the weapons master for Peacemaker, I feel like he's going to get a new weapons master. Maybe he's going to go to Alfred, which I think would be absolutely hilarious. And Alfred is going to be creating all of his brand new gadgets and really cool new weapons. I feel like all of the different helmets, the fact that they were able to do different powers was absolutely wicked. And I can't wait to see even more madness and weapon stuff taking place in the second season. Next, I wanted to go back to Vigilante. So I absolutely love the Vigilante character, and I in particular loved all of his solo sequences. For example, all of the chaos that he was causing in the prison. So my next prediction is that Vigilante is going to cause even more chaos in the second season. Freddie Stroma was such brilliant casting. I know there was a little bit of a recast and loads of reshooting taking place after the previous actor left the project due to creative differences, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and Freddie Stroma, like I said, was just so hilarious as this character. Like I said earlier on, absolutely love the banter taking place between Peacemaker and Vigilante, and like I said, Freddie Stroma just really became this character in the exact same way that John Cena really does become Peacemaker. And like I said, just can't wait to see all of the chaos that Vigilante and Adrian is going to be causing in the second season, as like I said, he was such a big highlight, as well as all of the other cast members were in this season. I feel like Eagly is going to maybe get some new friends. Eagly was really saving the day for Peacemaker in quite a number of scenes, especially towards the end of the first season, and I can't wait to see this character being able to do even more stuff in the second season. And I also think they're going to give this character a lot more friends, maybe some other flying friends, and I feel like there are going to be some hilarious sequences with that, but maybe also some other superhero friends. Maybe we're going to finally get Crypto being introduced into the wider DCEU, and I would love to see some sequences between Eagly and with Crypto. Crypto in the Titans live action series is so good, and I would love to see a DCEU version of this character. Now let's talk about some other wider DCEU members. So I feel like Harley Quinn could be making an appearance. I love this character in the Suicide Squad. I feel like she evolved so much, and obviously there's a lot of history and experience between these two characters, and I feel like Margot Robbie would just work so well within this hilarious space. And also maybe this character, in a similar way to Emilia, she could get in the way between Peacemaker and Vigilante. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity, especially with all of the fallout from Amanda Waller, to really bring in Harley Quinn into the mix. And my next prediction is that we can also see Aquaman and Superman. We've seen a bit of history now between all of these characters, especially at the end where they were hilariously late to the party and Peacemaker had to save the day on his own with his brand new team. And I would love to see some more scenes taking place between Aquaman, maybe the Flash, maybe Superman, and also Peacemaker. Would be absolutely wicked, especially after all of the jokes that he was creating, especially about Aquaman and fishes as well. I feel like it would work really, really well to bring in Aquaman and the other DCEU characters within this space. And my final prediction, speaking of other DCEU characters, is Plastic Man. Plastic Man has been very noticeably absent from all of the DC projects so far, and this guy is such a big Justice League member, and I can already see some absolutely hilarious sequences taking place between Peacemaker and Plastic Man. Either maybe him becoming really disgusted by Plastic Man's powers and just really just ridiculing him. I feel like he would be so wicked, and then Plastic Man can be elevated towards the Justice League status. So I guess the only thing with Plastic Man is that you need to have a lot of CGI budget in order to do him effectively. So I feel like that's the only thing maybe drawing them back so far. But if they were able to get the money, he would be absolutely hilarious in Peacemaker. But those are all of my theories and predictions on what could be taking place in the second season. But now I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What are your theories and predictions on what could take place in the second season of Peacemaker? Be sure to let us all know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.